What's going on, guys? This is Rob, and if you're enjoying the content that I'm uploading onto my channel, then feel free to subscribe, and you can also offer suggestions on topics and characters and storylines and whatnot that we can have discussions on later on in this channel.
Come, my children, gather around. Papa Rob has another instance of killing superheroes. Yes, we're gonna kill some more superheroes. By the way, I can't be too loud because it's around 8 or 9 o'clock at night right now and I don't want to disturb the neighbors too much, but you guys, for whatever reason, love it when we kill superheroes. How to kill a superhero. So in this video, we're gonna be talking about the Flash. Now here's the caveat. What we're gonna do in this one is we're gonna do this sort of well-rounded conversation about the Flash itself, the Flash concept, and then in future videos, we'll actually focus on the different versions of the Flash. Wally West, Barry Allen, Kid Flash, New 52, Wally West, so on and so forth. And the reason why is because, as a general rule, the Flash's ability is really just super speed, but different versions of the Flash can use that super speed for different effects. And so because of that, we're actually gonna kind of dive into these individual characters in different videos and kind of focus on how you would kill Barry Allen, how you would kill Wally West with regards to their abilities to use the Speed Force in a way that is unique to them. Now, for those of you guys who are not familiar with the Speed Force, it's basically an extra dimensional energy that exists in DC Comics that gives all the speedsters the powers within the DC universe. Now, the powers that these individuals can derive from a Speed Force include super speed, enhanced agility and reflexes, super fast healing, enhanced endurance, and almost instantaneous metabolism, the ability to generate and throw Speed Force lightning, and the ability to vibrate the molecules that make up their bodies to allow them to phase through solid objects. And so this is basically the power set that we're going to be dealing with the modern day incarnations of the Flash that we're going to be talking about. Although something to keep in mind is that the Golden and Silver Age Flashes did not have some of the powers listed here. But again, we're going to be focusing on the modern versions of these characters. So the question is this: how does one go about killing someone that they likely can't catch? Well, in the instance of Barry Allen, he's actually died in the comics before in the Crisis on Infinite Earths event in the mid-1980s. And how this happens is basically that Barry runs so fast in an effort to stop the Anti-Monitor's antimatter cannon from firing that he's literally transformed into the same lightning bolt that struck the lab where he was working in the past, causing him to be covered in the chemicals that turned him into the Flash. And so while it appeared that Barry Allen had died, it's more accurate to say that he was merged with the Speed Force instead of actually dying, as we see later on when Barry leaves the Speed Force during Final Crisis number 3 in 2008. And so for those of you asking, hasn't the Flash died before? The answer is yes and no. But either way, we're looking to find a way to actually kill the Flash, not just trap him inside the Speed Force or send him back in time. Now, obviously, the biggest obstacle to killing the Flash is doing it quickly enough that he wouldn't have time to react, which is nearly impossible. In addition to being able to run at super speeds, the Flash is also able to think and react at super speed as well, which makes getting the drop on him a daunting task. So unless we happen to find the Flash asleep and kill him before he wakes up, we're either going to have to do something capable of taking him out instantaneously or slow him down to negate his super speed. Now, as we think about our options, it's important to remember that although the Flash is able to move at speeds that seem to defy the very laws of physics that hold the universe together, there are certain forces that still limit what the Flash is able to do, most notably gravity and friction. What I mean by this is that in order to run, the Flash needs to be in an atmosphere where gravity is at normal level and where there's a surface to provide friction for him to run on. And that leads us to our first option, which is to either increase or decrease the gravitational pull of whatever area the Flash is in. If gravity is increased, it should slow the Flash down to some degree, although I'm not sure to what degree gravity would have to be increased to slow him down to normal speed. On the other hand, if gravity were decreased, the Flash would be unable to push off from the ground with enough force to propel himself forward at a fast enough rate to travel at super speed. Now, both of these are theoretically possible ways that we can slow down the Flash enough to kill him, since without moving at super speed, he's just as vulnerable to death as any other human. But we can't really say how practical they are because we don't know to what degree we would have to either increase or decrease gravity. Another option we have is to decrease or eliminate friction, which in turn would negate the Flash's super speed. Now, this has actually been done before in comics, specifically in issue number 35 of Scott Snyder's Batman run, where Batman's battling the Justice League after they've been infected with the Joker toxin. In this issue, Batman uses a suit of armor that he specifically designed for battling the Justice League should the need ever arise. And in the conflict, he's able to spray a frictionless substance on the ground. As a result, the Flash careens helplessly out of control into a building and is knocked unconscious. Now, once unconscious, the Flash would become vulnerable to being killed, and even if we don't manage to knock him out, it's unlikely he'll ever be able to get up and escape while the frictionless surface is under his feet. And so this seems like it would be an effective way of preventing him from getting away and thus allowing him to be killed. Believe it or not, however, this is not the only way Batman has come up with a way to take out the Flash. In the Tower of Babel storyline, which I have a video on if you want to check it out, Batman had created a bullet that vibrates at a frequency sufficient enough to make the Flash experience seizures at the speed of light. And so that gives us another option and really reinforces the notion that when it comes to figuring out how to kill superheroes in the DC universe, a good first step is to see what plans that we've seen Batman use just in case it ever comes to that. But we don't really need to copy what Batman's done, because I think I've come up with a pretty foolproof way of taking out the Flash. Bear with me here. So the first step is to get him in an aircraft on some sort that, unbeknownst to him, has a bomb powerful enough to blow up the plane that's attached. Once a plane is in midair, you detonate the bomb, taking out the plane and the Flash with it. The truth be told, I don't think simply pushing him out of the plane would work, because even though the Flash couldn't have a surface to run on, he's actually demonstrated the ability to create whirlwinds by moving his arms in a circular motion, so he could possibly cushion his landing and survive. That's why I think the best option is to do it quick and easy with an explosion that takes him out instantly. It doesn't give him much time to react, and he's in an enclosed space, so there's really nowhere for him to go and escape the blast. But with that being said, guys, we're gonna bring this video to an end. Another video under our belt on how to kill superheroes. And again, let me know down in the comments section if you guys are interested in seeing me take it in turns with like Barry Allen or Wally West or the New 52 Wally West or something along those lines. Again, it might be kind of rough just because of the fact that a lot of their powers are pretty similar, so because of the fact that they've kind of changed and evolved over the years. So we might have to like pick the individual characters at their peak when they were at their absolute best and really kind of go from there. But if you guys are new here to Comics Explained, make sure you guys hit the sub button to become part of the Rob Corps. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like, and yeah, I will catch you all later. Peace.